Batman the Animated Series Heroclix previews coming right up. Mr. Clicks Flicks is brought to you by Lucky Dice Cafe out of Huntsville, Alabama, home of the ROC. No matter if you're in the United States or around the world, Lucky Dice Cafe has the winning role for all your gaming needs. You can visit them at LuckyDiceCafe.com or on their Facebook page using the link found in the description of this video. Alright guys, it's that time again. It is spoiler season for Heroclix, the Batman the Animated Series Heroclix set. We have a few previews for you today. We're going to go over those. I'm going to flip on over so that you guys can see these previews. We're going to talk about them together, give you just a quick hot take on what they're like. This set drops, I believe, at the end of July. So there will be an unboxing for this set once I get it in my hot little hands. But until then, we're just going to have to, titillate our appetite using these previews here. Alright, so up first we have a Prime figure. This is number 1B in the set. He's 45 points. He has the question mark team ability. Now what that is, I forget the actual name of it, but basically it's wild card. So he can steal a team ability of a friendly character. He is a Prime. He has a improved movement, ignores elevation and hindering terrain. He has a trait which costs 5 points along with two other traits that are just figured into the value of the figure. The pay to play trait is called Hidden Identity Revealed. When Clayface would be KO'd, roll a d6 and add the number of identity tokens on the result of a 6+. Instead of KOing Clayface, replace him with number 56 Clayface on click number 6, Protected Pulse Wave. Alright, so we did preview Clayface. Check the YouTube card now for that preview. Go ahead and watch it after this video if you want to see what that Clayface does. Pretty cool character. Gonna be awesome. Then his other trait is Corporate Espionage. Clayface does not count for or against a theme team. That's pretty awesome there. So this guy can go on literally any team. So if you need a 45-point outwitter, you might have your guy. Then he has another one which is called Hidden Identity, Shape Change, but succeeds on a 4/6. When Clayface uses it and succeeds, you may give him an identity token, Protected Outwit. So pretty cool there. Every time you succeed on Shape Change, you get an identity token. When you be KO'd, you add those identity tokens to what you rolled, and you get to come back as Clayface, and that's gonna be pretty cool there. For 45 points, this guy's not bad. I don't know about meta, but definitely the ability to put him on basically any team and have it not affect your theme team could be cool. Alright, next up here we have Nightwing. He is number 37 in the set. He's a rare. 50 points, Batman ally team ability. Has one special on his movement, which is called Former Boy Wonder. Leap, climb, sidestep, free. If Nightwing has 2 action tokens, make an attack. That's pretty awesome. No willpower to be found on his dial, though. He starts off with a 6 range single target, 10 movement with that special, 10 attack with precision strikes, 17 defense, combat reflexes, and 3 damage. Now this guy's no slouch at 50 points, trying to hit a 19 defense on a 50-point figures. No small task. I don't like the fact that you're basically gonna have to push him to get anything out of that. But it is cool if you can find a way to give him willpower. It's even better. Next up, we have Hardak Batman. This is another Prime. He's number 53B in the set. 75 points. Has the Batman ally team ability. Has improved movement. Ignores elevated and hindering. Has one trait, a special on his defense and a special on his damage. His trait is Batman's knowledge downloaded to a robot body. At the beginning of the game, choose a character named Batman on your sideline and turn that character to a starting click of 75 points or less. Free, choose a standard power displayed on that click. Hardak Batman can use that chosen power until your next turn. So that's pretty cool. Sort of a low-key pick a power. Depending on what Batman you pick, could be really awesome. Then he's got special on his defense, which is I've taken a life, stop invulnerability. When this click is revealed for the rest of the game, Hardak Batman can't be healed. So that's not too bad. He's got that about mid-dial. So we'll get into that here in a minute. Then a special on his damage, which is, I know all your moves, shape change, probability control, but only to target a character named Batman or Hardak Batman. For sealed, this is going to be really good, you know, because obviously there's going to be Batmans, and you know, you might run into another Hardak Batman, so that's pretty cool. Starts off with a 6 range single target, 8 movement with sidestep, 11 attack, 18 defense with invulnerability and indomitability, 3 damage with that special. And then on click 3, where he has that stop click, he has an 8 movement charge, 10 attack, super strength, 18 defense with that special, 3 damage with battle fury. For 75 points, this guy's pretty good. Really solid stats there. Has the robot keyword, so you might be able to work with that. But overall, I do like him. Next up here, we're going to look at a Chase figure. This is Chase Hawkman. He is 50 and 30 points. He has 2 traits and a special on his attack. The first trait is the Trouble Alert trait. Come in Hawkman. I'm not going to cover that. That's a pretty wordy trait. Check out the YouTube card now if you want to see me cover it in a different video on a different figure. All the chases have this trait, so there's no sense in covering it again. Then he has another trait, which is called People Who Don't Fly. My occasional weakness. Characters without the flight symbol modify attack +2 when attacking only Hawkman. Characters without the wing symbol modify defense +2 when Hawkman attacks them. You know, depending on what you're playing in, you know, you're pretty likely to not get that, to have that +2 to defense when you're attacking somebody. I don't really like that. This guy, I really don't like this chase, if I'm being honest. Then he has a special on his tech called Contagious Laughter via pun at the end of the episode. Power roll a d6 for each adjacent character. 4 through 6, give that character an action token. So it's basically low-key in-cap. You don't get the specials from in-cap, but still. Alrighty, next up we have the Joker. He's number 42 in the set, looks to be a rare. Has the Gotham City Underworld and Batman enemy team abilities. It comes in at 80 points. Has 1 trait, which is Gotham Crime Boss. Leadership Mastermind. When Joker uses leadership and succeeds, instead of removing an action token, you may generate a Batman, the animated series, number 005, Suited Henchman. When placing the Suited Henchman, roll for his trait to determine its starting line. So pretty cool there. You get to generate free henchmen. And other than that, we just got some standard powers. Has a 5 range single target, 8 movement with sidestep, 10 attack with poison, 17 defense with super senses and indomitability. I've always felt like Joker should have indom, so it's nice to see one with it. And 3 damage with shape change. So pretty cool there. The shape change Mastermind ought to help keep some damage off him if he does not succeed on those super sense rolls. So he's got 2 rollouts and a Mastermind. Ought to be pretty long lived there. For 80 points, he's a little expensive. We got some other modern age Jokers that deal penetrating poison that might be cheaper, but this guy's pretty cool. I do like him, and the ability to generate the free Mastermind fodder could be really cool also. Alright, next up we have Renee Montoya. She's number 18 in the set. Has the PD team ability. Comes in at 30 points. Has 1 special, which is this is a crime scene. I'll need statements. Sidestep. Opposing characters within 3 squares in line of fire must roll for breakaway when moving as if they were adjacent to Renee Montoya. They can still automatically break away. So pretty cool there. Not quite like the Lashina from Harley Quinn and the Gotham City Girls with the 3 range plasticity, but still pretty cool to where they got to roll for breakaway if they're within 3 squares, which could be pretty cool. And then other than that, it's just normal fare. 5 range single target, 7 movement with that special, 10 attack, 17 defense, energy shield deflection, 2 damage with enhancement. For 30 points, she's not bad. I don't think she's going to be meta, but she's definitely going to be good and sealed with some other ranged figures. I like her. She's not bad. Next up, we have Batman, but this one looks like Killer Croc. He is number 47B, so we have another Prime here. He is 75 points, no team abilities. Has 1 trait, and it is a actually he has 3 traits. 1 is an extra 5 points, and the other 2 are just including the cost of the figure. The pay-to-play trait is an imposter in our midst. When Batman would be KO'd, roll a d6 and add the number of identity tokens on the result of a 6+. Instead of KOing Batman, place him with a Batman the Animated Series number 40 Batman on click number 6, protected pulse wave. So the same as that Clayface we looked at before, except this time with Batman. To the best of my knowledge, we haven't seen this Batman yet, so I'm not sure if this is going to be good or bad. But I think this is a pretty cool mechanic. Next one is a trait called I threw rock at him. It was a big rock. This particular episode that is referencing is hilarious to begin with, and just that statement was also funny. So when Batman is given a ranged attack, a ranged object action using a light object, damage dealt is 3 instead of 2. Free if Batman is not holding an object, generate a standard light object that Batman is holding. So basically you get free light objects, which is cool. Then he has another one which is called Hidden Identity Shape Change, but succeeds on a 4 through 6. When Batman uses it and succeeds, you may give him an identity token, protected outwit. Starts off with a 0 range, 8 movement with charge, 11 attack, 18 defense with invulnerability and indomitability, 3 damage. For 75 points, this guy's really pretty solid. And depending on what that Batman is like, could be really good. I like the generating the free objects, especially that you can basically, you could generate the object, drop the object, and then let a different character pick it up if they got something special from it. So like, let's say you were using an overdrive, and for some reason this guy was on your team, and you were out of objects. You could generate an object with that, with Batman, have overdrive, turn it into an overdrive token, and then so you're basically never going to run out of an object if you need it for a special ability. This guy's got potential if there's something a little more potent than that overdrive, but that's just my first musings at this perusal. I like him. I'll try to get one. Next up, we have the Robot Minotaur, number 55 in the set. He has 60 points. He has 2 traits. One is called I have no muscles, yet I roll 2 hemispheres. What am I? During force construction, if you have a character named the Riddler on your force, Robot Minotaur may be added to your force for 50 points and does not count for or against a theme team. So that's pretty cool there. You get 10 points off, and he doesn't mess up your theme team. Then he has another one called Solving the Riddle of the Minotaur. When an opposing character targets Robot Minotaur with Outwit or Perplex, roll a d6, 1 through 3. After resolution, give Robot Minotaur an action token. If you have a character named the Riddler on your force, the action token is only given on the result of a 1 or a 2. Okay, you know, they had to give him a drawback. He's got really solid stats for 60 points or possibly 50 points, so they had to do something. So he's a 7 movement with charge, 10 attack, blades, claws, fangs, 17 defense with invincibility, and 3 damage with exploit weakness. He's also got indomitability and the giant symbol. This guy's solid across the board. For 60 points he's good, for 50 points he's good. Now his stats really kind of tanked there at the end with that 8 damage, or I'm sorry, 8 attack with blades claws, but he's always got good reducers. Your opponent's he's gonna soak up some damage for you, which is really what he's here for. He's got the animal keyword and the robot keyword, both of which are really good keywords. So I can't think of anything to break him off the top of my head, but somebody might. This guy's pretty good. Alright, next up here we have Lex Luthor. He has 50 points, number 44 in the set. He has 2 traits and a special. His first trait is called Diplomatic Immunity. Lex Luthor takes a maximum of 1 damage as long as he's adjacent to a friendly character. So that's pretty good there. He's only 4 clicks long, so your opponent's got to hit him at least 4 times, basically in a row. Then he's got Who Do You Think Is Really in Charge here? Characters can't choose Lex Luthor when using Mastermind, so that makes sense. Nobody wants to. They, from a WizKids from a game mechanic perspective, didn't want you to pay 50 points to make it so your main guy with Mastermind needed to be attacked 4 separate times. And then He has that special on his damage, which is President. Do you know how much power I would have to give up to become President? Leadership, Outwit, and Perplex. He has the Scientist and Politician keywords, so those aren't too bad. Not really amazing attack values or damage values. This guy's just a pure support piece. On his last 2 clicks, he's got Plasticity. He's just on here for stat manipulation and to give you a leadership role. This guy's actually really solid. He's almost really good, but I can't quite get there in my head on how to make him superb. But I like him a lot. I definitely need one. All right, and last up for today, we have the Joker. This is a different one. He is number 54 in the set. Has the Batman enemy team ability and is 75 points. Has a trait, a special on his movement, and a special on his damage. The trait is called Giver of the Christmas Present. The Joker can start the game with a Batman the Animated Series S003 Christmas Present equipped. Now, we didn't get a preview of the Christmas Present, so we don't know if that's good, bad, or kind of meh. So we're going to leave that open to speculation and interpretation. The other his special on his movement is Jingle Bells, Batman Smells, Robin Laid an Egg, Charge, Plasticity, and Sidestep. Those are all pretty good powers to have. And then his other one on his damage is called Batmobile Lost Its Wheel and the Joker Got Away. And that is Outwit, Perplex. When Joker uses either, his minimum range value is 9. So you figure the minimum range on those regularly is 6 now. So 9 is really good. Might catch some people off guard. He starts off with a 9 movement with that special, 11 attack, Blades, Claws, Fangs, 18 defense with willpower, and 3 damage with that special. This guy's solid. I'd need to know what the Christmas Present does to make a better thing. Without seeing the Christmas Present, I think he's not bad. He's kind of middle of the road-ish. Not fantastic, but also not horrible. Not going to see him in 300-point competitive, but definitely there are worse ways to invest 75 points. Alright guys, let me know in the comments below what your favorite preview of these figures that we looked at was. I really like reading that stuff. If you really enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, give it a share. It really helps keep me motivated to make these videos. That's all I have for you guys today. As always, please remember that it's only critical miss if you don't have probability control.